What's up? Alex Crypto here. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. What's going on? Holy smokes. Bitcoin's pumping. Bitcoin dominance coming up to that 51% that we were talking about. Look, I look like Slicky Ricky. Just got out of the shower, fresh from work. Yes, you can come to these markets and make profits, even if you work a 9 to 5. That's what we're here. Even if you have a massive headache like I have all day long. But we can come here, we can extract the profits, we can make trades, we can set up the levels, and we can get you guys the best information possible. And that's how we roll here. So thank you guys so much for coming. Let's take a look. Even with the inflation rate in Great Britain coming in 0.2 higher than what was forecasted at 8.5, it's 8.7. And we got Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. So we got things going on, but nonetheless, we got adoption from Deutsche Bank. We got adoption from Fidelity. We got people like BlackRock, and yet we are pumping, okay? Inflation coming down on Trueflation, and we're still looking at a hike for July 26, okay? So very, very, very important things to note, but what? Look at Bitcoin flying up here. 3% Bitcoin dominance off the chains. And we can see beautiful Bitcoin here flying. And we were talking about this, okay? We were talking about this when we talked about the weekly candle and how it looked exhausted and it looked like it could bounce back up. And guess what? We got a green dot on the beautiful weekly, okay? We got a green dot. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bullish candle. Orange candle. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. We were saying up and to the right. Well, we're gonna tilt that otter a little bit more like Batman, and we're gonna go upside down. Shout out to Batman, big fan of Batman. I am Batman. Okay, enough of the horsing around, and let's get back to the Otter Gang. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a green dot, printed, not print. It hasn't printed yet. Okay, it's printing. Okay, curving up, massive spike in the VWAP here. Okay, leading indicator. You can see stochastic is pointing to the ceiling. Okay, and as we flip through here, we have printed. Oh, not on the 5-day, but on the, was it the 3-day we were looking at? Yes, the 3-day has printed this green dot, obviously. And look at VWAP and look at stochastic heading all the way up to that overbought area. Wow. Bullish for Bitcoin, okay? Very bullish for Bitcoin. Obviously, massive, huge candle. Okay, and we were talking about this. We were talking about this huge wedge, okay? What wedge? Not the wedge you got in high school, okay, my friends, but the wedge that was coming down like this, that we had broken out of, that we were looking for a breakout to the upside. And, you know, not massive pattern trader, but come on, we were talking about coming all the way back up to the highs and testing the 30,000 again. Okay, we were talking about coming up here and testing this. So can we test this? Can we head straight up? Yes, we do have a blue reversal triangle printing, and we got one of these before, and it did bring us down quite a significant, 12%, but we've pumped all the way up. Oh, 17%. Holy Macintosh, okay? Macintosh is a good apple. Make sure you eat your apples. Practice good, healthy mindset. And always like and subscribe to the channel. And join us in the free Discord down below, because we would love to have you hanging out with the beautiful Otter Gang. Shout out to you guys. Helping one another navigate all the charts, navigate beautiful things. So join us over there. Look at these beautiful Fibonacci. Beautiful. Thank you, Blueberry, for sharing that. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Crypto Eats World. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, all of you guys out here supporting the channel. God bless you. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, so we're pumping up. What do we got here on the daily? We have lots of room, okay? In my opinion, we have lots of room for this momentum wave to come higher, okay? We are very much high on the RSI, but that doesn't mean, just like over here, we can't hang out around here and bounce around a bit, okay, and then eventually come down. But we're not ready to come down yet, obviously, because we are flying, okay? We are flying into outer space, okay? There's another joke. If you didn't get it, well, now you did. So where can we look for levels, right? We can see that we have lots of room here. Well, I got levels for you guys, right? Because I always come prepared for you guys, always have the charts. Now we can see that I pulled the fib from the top here to the bottom, and we are currently at the value area high and Fibonacci golden pocket, and I have a big box above us here. Now, what does this mean? To me, this means that, yes, we are in a very much a retracement zone. So retracement being that we are coming up, we have changed the structure. We are coming up. We are talking about market structure change down here. And now we are coming up and we will look for a bounce. Now, where would this drop come? Well, I would say the POC, if anything, we have clear volume. If we pull the volume across here, I know the charts are starting to get messy, so I'll get rid of that. But you can see the point of control here at the beautiful level of 28K. Okay, 28K is a very key level of support, and we're at the value area high, but there is a couple of nodes above us. Now, what is this box? Now, this box is a 786, right, of this Fibonacci retracement level, 786. But to me, I was talking about this multiple times, that you can see here that we had 3 beautiful wicks before we had the massive drop down. Okay, this was an opportunity for tons of people, including myself. I took a trade from here and took that short down to get into a nice short and ride this down, which means what? There is tons of liquidity here, okay? Tons of liquidity where the market makers want to send the price up and at least grab these guys, okay? So we're going to look for price to work its way up to this 30K zone. Okay, 30K back on the table. We were talking about 15K a week ago. Okay, this is why we're in Bitcoin. It's exciting. Massive move. Okay, our portfolio, hopefully we grab down here. I made a video saying, hey, we're dumping, let's grab some for that DCA, and guess what? We filled up some bags quite nicely, quite happy with the bag fillage that we had, and we've had a beautiful pump. Okay, so yes, we're at the value area high. Yes, it looks like we could possibly cool down here. Now let's take a look at the nitty gritty market cipher, and we'll go down into the lower term time frames. Okay, so on the 12 hour, let's get rid of the group stuff here and let's just focus on market cipher. Okay, we can see 12 hour, we're getting above the oversold line here, but we do have room to the upside still, and stochastic is pretty much still vertical. Okay, we're gonna look for curl over. When can we get the curl over? So let's go to the 10. Oh, a little bit. Now the 8, nope, not so much. Now we're talking 6 hours. Okay, 6 hours looking a little bit more bearish. Not bearish, but a cool down in the making. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to note that we have our point of control here. We have our Fibonacci. We've identified that. So let's look for a retracement. Can we pull a golden pocket to this POC? And if we pull a fib from, let's say, these swing lows to this swing high, not exactly, but yes, the 0.5 is somewhere around here. So what I'm going to be looking for is definitely a retracement to the point of control if we don't continue our way up here, okay? We had a little bit of a stall out here, then a massive pump up. Now we're at the value area high. I will look for a continuation. And here's a possible entry for a beautiful long, okay? I think this is long. Yes, this is long. And we can obviously protect ourselves down here below the fib levels and this crazy range that we had here sideways for quite some time. Okay, beautiful. Lots of trading to be happen. Now, if you missed this move, do not be afraid. We know that 30K, 31K is massive resistance. Okay, when we zoom out on the weekly, we can see, yes, we can also see you, Mr. Otter, but we can see over here clear. Look at all these clear areas of massive resistance holding us down / up. Okay, so we have yet to cross the finish line here. And where do we want to see? We want to see us come up and pump and get all new time highs. But we are in, if we're talking about Wyckoff, we're in this consolidation period where price can wiggle around before we get our next bull run. Okay, just like what happened before we got this massive move here. We have a consolidation period of months where it's very much shaking out the traders, right? So I believe there will be more time to DCA and get into the Bitcoin price. So don't just FOMO in. Let's look at the charts. Back to the 6 hour, we can see breaking out of this wedge. The target is this 30,000 area, okay? That doesn't mean we're going straight up to it. We're looking for a retracement off the point of control, okay? Makes sense? Makes sense to me. So in the short-term time frames, we'll look for this to cool down just a little bit where we can look to fire off some sort of long, because the trend is your friend until the end, okay? And we're going to look for either a reversal here where we get a bearish divergence, or we're going to look for exhaustion where price fails to get above and then we cool down. Now, what confluence do I see in the markets right now? Well, when I go over to the S&P, we can see that we are actually cooling down. We were talking about this. 45 was our next target. We didn't get there and we have cooled down, okay? That doesn't mean we can't bounce off of this midline here that we have and continue our way upwards, okay? They said the bull market might be on for the S&P. We'll wait and see what happens there. Bitcoin dominance, we have a key level of resistance at 51%, okay? 51, 52% before we get up and talk about, that 60 percentile, alts, people taking their alts and putting it into Bitcoin as a safe haven. Okay, we have lots of adoption, but these banks, they're only adopting Litecoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, I believe, and one other I can't remember off the top. Ethereum. So, yes, they're not into risk assets. That's why we haven't seen the alts pump as much. You can see ADA, Matic, they're recovering, but they're not back up to these highs because they had that massive push down, okay? So we're going to watch Bitcoin mostly. Now let's go over to the DXY. We're watching the Dixie here just to make sure that, there is confluence here. And yes, we had quite a swift rejection here, okay? Quite a swift rejection, but we got this bounce off of the 102. Now, if this pumps, typically Bitcoin dumps, but you can see we have bounced off of this 102. Can we look for a continuation downwards and test this 100 line, which is very, very significant? Okay, we weren't above this 100 line until we hit that COVID kind of life. You know what I mean? So we got to be very cautious of this 100 line, but we also got to prepare for anything, which is if we do pop up here, we look for that retracement down to the point of control on Bitcoin where we can jump into a possible nice long. Excuse me. Okay, so those are my thoughts in the short term for tomorrow and the next following days. We look for this to curl over. Look, we're getting a little bit of a rejection. 28.8, amazing adoption, amazing pump. I mean, if you're in this asset class, I mean, congrats to you guys. A lot of adoption coming our way. Hopefully we've been DCAing like we talk about on this channel. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to add these levels, okay? I'm going to give you the levels right now. The levels are simply 30K. Okay, we got 30K here. Let's zoom out a bit. We got 30K. We have our beautiful value area high that we're stuck at right now is at 28.8. We have our point of control that we're looking for the bounce at 28K. Let's round the numbers because it's psychological, okay? And let's look for a retracement possibly down to this level here at 27,200. Let's make it 200 just for good sake, okay? Let's watch these levels. Let's have good risk management. Let's practice a healthy mindset. Come to the charts fresh and ready to trade. Don't FOMO in. Don't revenge trade. Let's try to stay positive out there. Thank you guys so much for all your love and your support. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.